Hello, I'm Helen Bradley. Welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're going to look at how we can prep an image which has been taken of some line art drawing ready for use, for example, on the web. Now I took this shot with my iPhone camera. It was after dark. I've got light coming from all different directions. I just want to prep it for going on the web and I don't want to have to wait until the light is perfect. Well, first of all, I'm going to rotate this image because I shot it upside down. So I'll go to Image Rotation. I'm going to rotate mine 180 degrees, but you may want to rotate yours some variation on 90 degrees, just depending on how you shot the image. Now we're going to be watching the layers palette here, and the first thing I'm going to do is actually unlock the layers palette. Now I need to get rid of some of the worst of this, and these worst of areas are way outside of where the image actually is. So I'm going to the lasso tool and I'm just going to lasso around these and I'm just going to press delete. So I'm carving big holes in my image right now to get rid of the worst of the color areas. And I could even come down here and grab this as well. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put a layer beneath everything else, but I've got a selection here, so I'll press Control or Command D to deselect my selection. I'm going to Control or Command click on the new icon to add a layer beneath the image layer. If yours goes in the wrong place, just drag it in the layers palette. You can reorder these really easily. I have white as my foreground color. I want to fill this layer with white, so I'll press Alt Backspace on the PC. That would be Option Delete on the Mac. Now I'm going to my image layer and I'm going to this FX icon and I'm going to choose blending options. There is a blending option here that is going to allow us to knock out this really evil colored paper and just retain the line art. And it's here, it's blend if gray. So what I'm going to do is start dragging this slider over, and as I do that, see how I'm knocking out the paper. Now the problem with this is that it's a sort of all or nothing slider at the moment, so it has really harsh edges on it. But if I hold down the Alt or Option key on a Mac, I can split this little handle here into two, and that allows me to set a sort of transition area where I'm going to get a more gradual transition between what's knocked out and what isn't knocked out. And that's just going to give me a smoother result. Not worried about what's happening down in the bottom corner here because that's going to be easy to get rid of. So let's just click OK. So we can see that the areas that have problems right now are well outside of where the drawing is. Before I do anything else, I'm going to merge these down. So I can right click and choose merge down, or I can press Control or Command E, and that just flattens it to a single merged layer. Now I'm going to the brush tool. I have a just plain circular brush with quite a bit of hardness on it. You'll want quite a bit of hardness at this stage because you don't want to be painting outside where the brush is. And I'm just going to paint over the areas that have problems. Now at this point I'm also going to fix up any problems with my drawing, and I do have a little problem here, so I'm just going to paint over that. Now everything's looking pretty good, except I would like to darken my lines just a little bit. Well, here's how we're going to do it. We'll drag this layer onto the new icon, so that gives us two layers that are identical, and we're going to blend this with multiply blend mode, and that's just going to darken those lines just a little bit, just enough for what we need. Again, I'm going to merge this down with Control or Command E. So there's a quick and easy way of cleaning up something that you've photographed in really bad light, and this is giving you a much better result. Now if you do want a sort of paper color, that's easily achieved too. I'm going to choose Layer, New Fill Layer, and I'm going to choose Solid Color. I'm going to add a slightly colored fill, and if you're going to use yellow paper or sort of slightly sepia colored paper, you're just going to choose a fill color that is the paper color. I'm going to click OK. And all we're going to do is blend this in again with multiply blend mode. So now we've got paper color with our drawing. So it doesn't have to be pure white, but this is a whole lot cleaner and a whole lot nicer than what we started off with. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've learned things about Photoshop that you were unaware of previously. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and click the notification button, and we'll let you know when new videos are released. Until next time, my name is Helen Bradley. Thank you so much for joining me here on my YouTube channel.